Long, long, long ago, before our time. Before kings and empires. Before the names of Abraham, Moses, or David were ever known. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Adam and Eve walked in the garden, but sin entered and spread. Generations passed, and the great flood came, cleansing the earth. Noah and his family survived, and from them the nations of the world were born. But mankind's heart still wandered. At Babel, they tried to build a tower to reach the heavens. And God scattered them across the earth. It was in those ancient days, when the memory of the flood was still fresh, that God chose a man. Not a king. Not a warrior. But a man of faith. His name was Abraham. Of Abraham and his promise. Abraham was called to believe, to trust, and to obey. And one day, his obedience would be tested in the most painful way imaginable. He had waited many long years for a son. God had promised him descendants as countless as the stars. But Abraham and his wife Sarah were old, far beyond the years of childbearing. Still, God kept his word. Isaac was born, the child of promise, the joy of their hearts. For Abraham and Sarah, Isaac was more than a son. He was laughter in their old age, proof that nothing is impossible with God. Every smile, every step, every word from Isaac was a treasure. They must have looked at him and thought, this is the miracle we prayed for all our lives. Sarah, who once laughed in doubt, now laughed in joy as she held him close. Abraham, who once wondered if the promise would ever come, now watched the boy grow strong, his heart full every time he heard Isaac call him Father. Isaac was not just their child. He was their hope, their legacy, the living sign of God's covenant. How deep must their love have been, to finally receive a son after waiting so many years. Fire the great test. But then, came the test. One day, God called. Abraham. Here I am, Lord. Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love. And go to the mountain I will show you. There, offer him as a sacrifice. The words must have crushed his heart. His son. The one he prayed for. The very promise of God's future. Still. Abraham obeyed. Early the next morning, he rose, gathered wood for the fire, took Isaac, and